Hey, I was just wanting to do a little lesson in the key of G and show you some alternate 1-4-5 moves. So 1-4-5 being a G, a C, and a D. You know, we mostly know those three chords, but what I'm going to show you today is a couple of variations. For instance, if I'm going to do a G like that, and then normally a regular C looks like this, right? And that's fine. But then when I go to the D chord, sometimes what I'll do to make it a slightly different voicing is I'll play that D chord like we normally do, and I'll just put my thumb over on the F sharp note on the E string, which is the 2 on the E string. And it gives it a different voicing, a different mood. And I've written actually a couple of songs around this. And there's also a walk-up that you can do that I'm going to show you right around that move. And then I'm going to show you another version of D, which is you go to from the G to the C. This one's really easy. All you got to do is keep that C chord and move up 2 frets, and you get like a really interesting voicing of a D with that open G chord in there. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you in practice what it sounds like, the difference. Here's a regular G to C and to a regular D. Notice in this G I've got my 3rd finger, which I use a lot, on the 3rd fret of the B string. That's an option as well, or you just do a regular G like that. Okay, but check out what happens when I add the F sharp to the D. It's a slightly different kind of different mood. Now I'll add the F sharp to that D. I really like that sound. C, and then just go to a regular D, and then walk it up. That's a nice little alternate. Now you'll notice on that one, I'm always catching myself because I'm doing these moves naturally without even thinking about them. But I want you to do that too. I want you to be able to have enough tools in your repertoire to do different things each time you go around, so you don't have to play the same old G, C, D every time. Now you'll probably notice what I did in that last one. So I had that 3rd finger on the B string, a big cowboy G, right? And then what I did was I just moved these 2 fingers down 1 string. That's another nice voicing. A little bit different than this, certainly. And then I went to the D and I walked up by bringing my thumb over there. If you have trouble with your thumb on that D chord, you can always do it like this. You can put your pinky from the 3rd fret of the B string and do that version of D with your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G, and then just 1st finger on the F sharp. Some people don't have trouble with the thumb. If you can do it, it's kind of cool. You'll notice a lot of people use their thumb for lots of different reasons. Sometimes I use it even like in a rockabilly, So if you're comfortable getting your thumb over there, again, some people are, some people aren't. There's no right or wrong with any of this stuff. Whatever works for you is what's right. So back to the G, C, D. What I want to do now is show you all those, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch more of these, by the way, because there's a lot of really juicy stuff in here, just between these 3 chords that you can utilize in songwriting or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and play through those 3 chords and do all that I just showed you, and you'll see them in practice. So start out with the most simple. Kind of an easy strum, right? Nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's fine. Okay, now I'm going to start doing some variations. Here's the big G. Straight C with a 3rd finger on the G. Fatter. And the D with the F sharp. Now I'm going to do that with the Tom Petty C, watch. Kind of cool. And then I'm going to land like this. Okay. And that's for those of you that have trouble with the thumb over. Check it out. You can simply do this. And you still got that really fat D with an F sharp in the bass. And you'll hear this used a lot. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple more things. I'm going to go to the G. I'm going to walk up to the C. What did I do there? I went from a open A, A2, A3. Okay, so I did a little walk up from my G to my C. And then I'm going to go to the D. What did I do there? I did a D, E, F sharp, G. So you'll see that what I was doing there, there's a little bit of a continuity there, right? Because it's G, walk up. Walk up. Okay, now I'm going to mix them all up. You ready? So you see, I'm playing the same 3 chords over and over, but if you're a fan of acoustic guitar, which I think you probably are if you're watching this, I watch guys like Mark Knopfler, who I really admire and love his songwriting and his playing technique. I mean, as a monster guitar player, he plays really, really great electric guitar, but then when he plays on acoustic, he seems to have a really good sense of rich chords that, you don't necessarily have to do it the same way every time. From a songwriting point of view, that's really valuable, really useful. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna take it out and do a whole bunch of different moves at once. Hopefully you'll be inspired. Fancy now. There's my little G workout for today, and stick around because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch more of these. I think people really, really like to have what I call the connective tissue between chords. And by the way, thanks for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it, and having a blast doing this, and we'll see you down the road.